Greetings, beautiful earthlings. If you don't know me, my name is Star, and I have a reading for you. If you would be so inclined, feel free to stick around. I do have a new little oracle deck here. I did get this one from TikTok shop. I wouldn't recommend it. It's 1000% a fake. I am going to buy the actual real legit one from Amazon and support the artist because I really hate buying fakes. So if you are interested in this deck because it's actually so stunning and so intuitive, the deck itself is called the Spirit in Shadows Oracle. And sirens from Spirit letting us know that they are here. Look at that. This is such a stunning deck. So I do have Lucifer in the house with me today if you would like to stick around for this message. And the way that you know that this message is going to be for you is if recently you have felt like there has been some kind of, the word that I'm getting is betrayal in the house, in your home. Whatever home means to you. Home can be your body, home can be your work, your school, your actual physical home. Some type of domineering energy, which is the phrase I'm getting is boot on the neck. And Lucifer helped me with some symbols and numbers here. Yeah, symbols, we got a crow, raven, moon, the numbers 3, 7, 9. So that could be in any order. Could be 333, 333, 37, 379, 739, 773, 999, 973, things like that. If any of those numbers stick out to you, and this color specifically. So go ahead and ring the bell. And let's go ahead and ask Lucifer to open the message here for us. What are we going to be talking about today? Let's go ahead and tap into the collective, Lucifer. What are we going to be talking about today, please? What would you like to talk to your collective about? All right, I'm being led to this card. Oh, the same card that we started off with. Interesting. Remember, I think I said moon as well with the raven and getting snake there. Second card with a moon. This is spring. So spring, right now in America it is January, so it's not quite spring yet. Oh, look at that confirmation. There's that beautiful black bird and the symbol of a moon again. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. For me personally, the moon signifies Lilith. And I've told you guys before, Lucifer and Lilith always come as a package deal for me, especially with the seduction there. And those of you guys who know Lilith's hand in the original Adam and Eve story. So yeah, we've got entanglement, we've got awakening, we've got seduction. Give me a second to sit with this here. Okay, so what I'm getting regarding this person, this entity, this energy, which you feel might have betrayed you, which you feel might be domineering against you, working against you in some kind of way, it feels like as you have started coming into this new awakening, you can really feel the way that this person has their tentacles wrapped around you. You might have done some cord cutting, you might have been doing some work on this, especially if it's somebody really close to you, like a family member, where you just feel like they're way too fucking involved in your life, especially when it comes to like your personal life, the things that you are involved with, the people that you're involved with, the things that you are trying to make happen for your life going forward. It seems like they're just way too fucking involved. And as you are coming into this awakening, you're starting to understand your boundaries a lot more, and you're starting to really voice that, and you're starting to really enforce that. And it seems like you're beginning to emit this new energy. You might have been working on this part of yourself for a long time, but they're really starting to see it now reflected in your reality, right? Whereas before it was kind of just talk. They kind of just saw like bits and pieces of this part of yourself coming together, and now they're actually really starting to see what it is that you're getting at, what it is that you've been working on. They're starting to really see that energy reflected in the way that you walk, in the way that you talk, in the way that you're working, in the way that you're healing, in the way that you're moving, shaking, and grooving. That's what I heard. And otherworldly actually keeps coming up for me a lot, and I think it's really interesting because my friend B has an oil called Otherworldly Oil, and that oil has done really amazing wonders for me. So I'll tag B in the comments if you guys are interested to go check out her Otherworldly Oil. But this energy that you have about yourself is, it's so far out of their realm of possibility to grasp even where you could have come up with this energy from, right? For you, you understand this comes from the spirit realm. You have begun to understand about yourself that the gifts that you've been given come from spirit, and you have been working on this relationship with spirit, with your deities, with your guides, and really nourishing this part of yourself. You might be into death work. I'm getting necropolis here, and I'm also getting, of course, Lilith again with this. But you're starting to really own this. What I'm getting is dark femme energy. Take that as it resonates. But you're starting to really own this dark energy and work with it in your daily life, right? And learning that the dark is something to work with. It's not something to be afraid of. It's not what everybody in your life has portrayed it as. And you're really starting to come into your own and really starting to find your happiness here, and really starting to just own the way that you speak. Something about your throat chakra, a lot of blue is coming up in the imagery as well, and I did say this color earlier as well. So there's something in your throat chakra, and I'm getting that as well in my own messages lately, that somebody is trying really hard to stifle your voice and trying really hard to stifle your truth and the way that you speak about yourself and the way that you speak about not only your truth and the things that you've been through, but your mission going forward and why it is that you have chosen, look, exile and manifestation. I know the words are hard to see, but it's hard for this person to understand why you've chosen this life of exile, why you've chosen to walk away from everything and every person in your past, because as you've come into this awakening, you're understanding who you are and understanding that you are not of the same world that they are. And although it's hard for them to understand that because you were born of the earth, you were born here, you grew up with these people, it's hard for them to understand that you're no longer resonating with them, you're no longer on the same path. You might have, swapped timelines a long fucking time ago, and they're seeing like a shadow of you. They're seeing like just mist at this point, and they're like grasping at it, really trying to get you to stay here because thief energy, they're really fucking trying to just steal your voice. I'm getting the image of like Ursula like taking Ariel's voice, and Strength card is also indicative of Leo energy, so take that as it resonates. Could be a Leo, doesn't have to be, but especially with the Sun card coming out, that's very heavy Leo energy. So this person could be a Leo Sun, doesn't have to be, but they could be pretending to be someone in your corner, adversary, thief. So just that feeling that you're getting, that gut feeling about the person that you think this is about, could even be a parent. Understand why you're getting that feeling. We have Magician, Manifestation, and Maestro coming out. So do you, because you're on the right track and you know that, and you know that you are being guided, for your highest good by spirit, by your guides. So keep doing what you're doing, no matter who is trying to keep you down, because You know that you're divine. Hi babies, I'm going to keep going. This is a part 2. If you haven't seen the beginning part of this Lucifer message, please go do so. If you're watching from YouTube, you're going to see the whole thing stitched together, so don't even worry about it. And if you have not met me yet, my name is Star. Hello, welcome. I am a tarot reader, and I'm using an oracle deck today. It's called the Spirits and Shadows Oracle. This is a fake. Please don't buy it from TikTok Shop like I did. Go find the actual real one on Amazon or on the website Spirits and Shadows Oracle and support the artist, because it's a stunning deck, and I wish that I would have taken a second to think about it before I got this one. But this one will not go to waste, and I will still go buy the original and support the artist. So I'm gonna do a part 2 here to this Lucifer message, because as I've told you guys before, Lucifer and Lilith come in tandem for me every time, and I did get a lot of heavy Lilith energy in that first one, so I'm gonna go ahead and just keep going. Here we go. Boom, passion. I'm gonna tap back into the collective energy here. Lilith, come through and help me with this message, part 2. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. So as I was saying in that last one, I did get cut off, but don't forget, you are divinely guided, you are divinely protected on your path. So whatever you are doing, following your intuition, whatever you are doing in following your signs, following the things that I'll tell you about that in a minute. The things that you're doing, following your signs, following the things that you're led to do, you know that you're led to do them for a reason. So even in the moments that you feel doubt, or you feel crazy, or you feel like, you know, I need proof, like, don't get so hung up on the proof. That's something that was coming through very heavily for me for a very long time. And that's kind of why I've taken a break from reading, because I was so heavily hung up on, okay, but can you give me proof? Okay, but can you give me more proof? Okay, but I still need proof. Okay, but I need more proof. And that kind of led to me overbuying things, right? Decks, pendulums, all these things, runes, all of this shit, because I kept looking for more proof, because all the voices in your head sometimes make you feel really fucking crazy, especially when they lead you to things and those things actually manifest, and things that they tell you actually really come true, right? So Lilith wants to continue talking here about the person we were talking about in the first part of this message. Thief, strength. We've got Summer here also confirming that this could be a Leo energy. Again, it doesn't have to be taken as it resonates. If it resonates with you and you're just really hung up on the fact that this person is not a Leo, or you don't know that they have Leo in their chart, it's okay. I promise. Leo is just an energy. So it could also mean that this person is a real summery energy. They're a real warm energy. It could mean that they're a very vivacious person outwardly, right? Everybody just thinks this person is just the bee's knees. They are so talkative, they are so bubbly, they are the life of the party, right? And the more that you look at this person, the more that you realize it's all a fucking act, and you're the only one who can see through it, right? When you look at this person, you realize they have to be the loudest person in the room. They have to be the one stealing all the attention. They have to be the one making themselves look smarter than everybody else. And before, these things used to be admirable to you because of the way that other people read them about this person, right? They read that this person is admirable. This person, wow, this person is so strong. This person is so amazing. This person is just, I can't even believe the things that this person has been able to make happen for themselves. And, you know, you should be so proud of this person to have this person in your life, right? Meanwhile, here you are feeling the same way. I'm also so strong. I'm also worthy. I am also really fucking incredible. Like, why am I being overshadowed by this person, right? So this might be a person that you've had in your life. Like I said in the last one, it could be a family member. I did hear a reading this morning, which is really heavily echoing this one, where it could very well be a family member, and it could very well be a parent, and it could just very well be someone that you've had in your life for a long time, if it isn't a family member or a parent, right? Like I said, you may be into death work, you may be getting called to death work, so don't be afraid of the death work if you are being called to it. Understand that Lilith and Lucifer are here to guide you. If you're still a little bit afraid of Lilith and Lucifer, which is completely understandable because I still am, and I gotta get through that every fucking minute of the day, try to work with other death gods and death spirits which you feel comfortable with, especially if you're one of those people where the spirit realm is a little too loud for you and you hear spirits all the fucking time. Sorry, you hear spirits all the time and you don't know how to turn it off right. You need to learn how to work with that, because you are being called to death work very heavily, because there is a part of you which really honors the realm of the dead beautifully, and the dead really want to work with you, right? The spirits of the dead, the gods of the dead, right? And again, like I said, work with the spirits or the gods which call to you the most. For me specifically, it's the Egyptian Kemetic pantheon, so it would be, you know, Osiris and Anubis. But again, take that as it resonates. Every pantheon has their gods of the dead. It could be Santísima Muerte, especially if you are resonating with me and my messages, my energy. So start by creating an altar for your ancestors if you haven't already, because that's going to be the best way to start to connect with the realm of the dead and to honor them in the correct way, learn to work with them and set boundaries. But we're getting the same message, ascension and sun here, and what I'm getting with this is just don't let all of these energies bog you down. Because even though, yes, you got the realm of the dead clawing at your feet every minute of the day, you can shut that off. You can tell them no. You can give them a bedtime. You can give them a curfew. You can give them rules, not in the house, not at work, things like that. You can tell the deities the same thing. You can find a deity that you work with very well, work with only them specifically, and ask them to guard you from all of these other spirits. I like to call them hitchhiking spirits, the ones that kind of come and don't respect your rules and don't respect your boundaries and bust through the walls and say, I really need to get this message out. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's a lot of other people that can get that message out for you. I'm not the only one. So just remember that you can't do all of this work without preserving yourself, without preserving your energy. Hunter, I want to know what that's about. Greed, exile, patience, journey, door of dreams. We're back at seduction and grief. Hold, please. Okay, so pay close attention to your dreams, your messages, your astral work. If you don't know how to be awake in your astral realm and how to remember your dreams, ask your deities, ask your guides for help. There's always somebody in the realm of dreams in whatever pantheon you're working with who can help you with your dreams specifically, because there's somebody that really wants to guide you. Have patience right now in this energy that you've put yourself in of exile, because you're here for a reason. Exile also means hermit. It just, again, take it as it resonates, but have patience in this time, because you are being, you're marinating right now, and you're being asked to allow yourself to marinate. I'm getting caterpillar in a cocoon and like full of juices right now, not fully formed. If a bird was to bust through that cocoon, you would not make it, right? Because you're not quite a caterpillar, not quite a butterfly. You're right in the middle. You still got to cook a little bit. Don't worry so much about this person. Seems like this energy is really, 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 really trying to rain on your parade. They're really trying to bust into your aura, your energy. They might be trying to entangle themselves in every aspect of your life. And some of you might have the inkling that maybe they're doing spell work against you, or maybe they are paying someone to do spell work against you. But understand, you are divinely protected, especially if you know how to protect yourself with magic. Don't even worry about them. They literally can't touch you. The things that they're doing is fucking child's play, and I think you know that. Focus on your journey. Focus on your journey. Focus on your journey, especially your astral journey, your astral travels, your meditation, the things that you are being guided to do in meditation. Follow them closely. You are being guided to do something creatively, and that's why you need to cook right now. And don't allow your grief to overshadow the rest of you. Okay? Still be yourself. Still be your sexy, vivacious little self. Keep doing what you're doing because you are very loved. Hello, keep going. This is a part 3. If you didn't see the first 2 parts of my Lucifer and Lilith messages, please go do so. If you're watching from YouTube, you're going to see the whole thing connected anyway, so don't worry about it. So what I want to touch on really fast, just to kind of close up this message, is that grief card. The grief card did kind of poke its head out right there at the end. And when I was shuffling the cards back together, the grief card flipped itself backwards. So what I want to talk about specifically is the grief that you are carrying with you, which is starting to really spill out everywhere, especially if you have been really focusing on your shadow work, really focusing on healing like you've been doing the most, and you're starting to really feel the benefits of that. You're really starting to feel the effects and really see that in yourself, like I said in the first message. But as you are healing, all these little parts of yourself are just spilling out all over the fucking place. Burp of confirmation. And you're starting to notice, like, it's a little out of control, right? I used to say, like, my inner teen was driving when things felt like they were out of control like this. And maybe you do need to do some inner teen healing. But grief isn't necessarily just about death work, right? Although you are called to death work for some reason, that's coming through very heavily. You may also be called to the demon realms for some reason, but the grief specifically and grief work you may need to look into. You may need to right through some grief. Like I had said in the second part, that you're being called to do something creatively, which is why you need to kind of rest right now. You're being guided to rest. You're being guided to marinate. You're being guided to cook. And it's because you're going to work on a really big creative project. So you might have started this project like a little bit, like you might have just barely started this project, or you're kind of barely working on it. Like it's really hard for you to find time to work on it. So you're doing, like, if you're writing a book, you're writing 1 page a day. If you're working on a deck of cards, you're doing like 2 cards a day. Like you feel like you're never going to get this thing done because it's so hard for you to find the time to dedicate to it, but you're still like very slowly moving towards it, right? You're really trying to at least keep this thing going a little bit, but you're starting to feel like all these pieces of your grieving past come out, and they're coming out all over everyone, right? It's just like a big fucking explosion, as if you had filled a balloon with rainbow paint and filled it to max capacity and then popped it. And you popped it in a room full of people and everybody got sprayed, right? And that's kind of what's going on right now, is that fucking everybody got sprayed. Everybody's collateral damage. Everybody going down. Everybody going down. And you feel really bad right now because everybody's going down. And you don't mean for everybody to go down. You're just really trying to heal. But you don't understand that as you're trying to heal these parts of you, all of these people that are involved do need to hear it. All these people that are involved do need to feel it. Because you cannot heal this grief, this part of yourself, these parts of yourself, these things that you've been holding on to, these parts of your past that are holding on to you for dear life. They can't learn to let go until these people hear you, right? So what I'm seeing also is ghosts, like ghosts of your past. And I recently started rewatching the show Ghost Whisperer for kicks because I used to watch it when I was little, and it's a great fucking show. But the way that they portray it is that, you know, ghosts kind of hang on when they have unfinished business, and they can't let go until the business is like solved and they're at peace, and then they can let go and go into the light or whatever. Take that as you will. But this is also speaking about the ghosts of your past, right? The parts of yourself that are unhealed. And this could be so many little pieces of yourself that you didn't even know were important, that, you know, as you were healing, as you were going back through your timeline of events, you're like, this didn't even really seem to affect me back then. I didn't even think I was still holding on to this. Why am I bringing this up? Like, you're in the middle of an argument bringing up something and you're like, why am I bringing this up? Or somebody else is bringing it up in an argument and you're like, I haven't thought about that in 15 years. Why the fuck are you talking about that? And although it's not important to you, it's important to them, right? So it's not just that you need to be heard in this situation, because you do, but they also need to be heard in this situation. And it sucks and it really fucking hurts. But you both need to be heard right now. And that's kind of what you're going through. Both sides need to be heard for the ghost of this past to be at peace, right? So it's not just the ghosts of your past. Right now it feels like it. It feels like that's what's fueling you, is the ghosts of your past, right? And that's why you're doing what you're doing, because you need to heal these parts of yourself. You can't move on until these parts of yourself are healed. But you don't realize that the people involved in the situation also have the same thing going on about the ghosts of your past, because of the ghosts of their involvement in that past as well. So yeah, everybody right now involved is still hurting. And although it really fucking sucks to say, you're the one that's going to heal the situation. And you know that. And you're always the one to heal it. And you know that. And you keep thinking... Sorry, I got a phone call. I hope it didn't mess my sound up. You keep hoping that one day someone else is going to be the one to step up and start to heal the situation and take control, because you've been showing them how to do so for so long, right? You've been showing them how to do so for so long, and you just keep thinking that someone was listening, someone was learning, someone had to have soaked something up at this point. Someone's going to take control, right? Somebody. You. Sorry, baby. It's you. And you know that. You're the chain breaker. You're the way shaker. You're the mover and groover. And it just sucks to say, but you know that. And I'm gonna do... I'm looking for something. I don't know what. Stop. Wow. Reincarnation. So, you may have picked... I mean... depending on how you see the situation, right? A lot of us believe that we pick to come back into the lives with people that we have unfinished business with. And, you know, we need to heal that karma. We need to heal that past life situation. So diving into those past lives that you have with these people might be beneficial for you in some way. Right now, you might think that it's not, but as you start to dive into these things, you realize there is a ghost of that past from that timeline, which is holding on, which also needs to be heard. And so it's not just something that is holding on from this timeline, from this lifetime. It could be from another past life or from multiple past lives, if that. So again, ask your guides if you don't know how to do that, if you don't know how to go into that, or find somebody who can help you do that. I know of somebody who can help you do that. I'm not sure if she has a service to help you with that, but I can talk to her about it. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments and I can gas her up like I always will. But I'm literally getting every single same card, like no matter which way I look at these cards, and that's always my indication of the message just being confirmed and being done. Don't lose yourself in this process, because if you are anything like me, you lose yourself very easily. You lose yourself a lot, especially in the heat of the moment, in arguments, in being wrapped up in an argument about the past with somebody who was there, right? You guys are gonna just keep fighting about which side is right, and honestly, both sides are right, neither side is right. Who fucking cares at this point? It was 15 years ago, right? We just need to say it, get our hurt out, bleed all over each other, and be done with it. And just fucking say, whoops, whoops, I guess that needed to come out, huh? And just be done with it and, you know, go to your separate corners and take a bath and cool down and come back the next day and be like, well, that happened, huh? Shit. So what are we doing today? Because yeah, sometimes when this shit happens, it feels like the end of the fucking world, man. Every time this happens to me, it's the end of the fucking world. I don't know how to go on with these people anymore. And that's why I used to always burn fucking bridges all the goddamn time. Like, I don't have any family left, dude. I used to burn bridges because if nobody was gonna hear me out, they didn't need to be involved in my life. If they didn't want any hand in my healing, they didn't need to be involved in my life. If they weren't going to be there to support me and listen to me the way that I needed them to, they didn't need to be involved in my life. And now I'm starting to realize that was just me being like, I can't fucking deal with this pain. Like, this hurts a lot to have this conversation and to see what they say in response to this, and I don't know how to deal with this tomorrow, so I just don't want to. And you're a different person today, and you got to go about it a different way. So thank you Lucifer and Lilith for that message. Thank you for coming through for your collective. I'm going to go ahead and tap out of the collective energy now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for guiding us, loving us, protecting us as always. And don't forget the Spirits and Shadows Oracle by the real one, not the fake off of TikTok. Please go support the